You must kill the god of death. Don't leave the room or you'll have to start over. Jump when the blocks go up. Get the diamond. Take the boat across the river. Then take the boat back and go left. Now you can get to Alder. Wait until day, then make sure you take the correct turning point. Get to Storygori Cemetery and use the garlic again. Take the top path to Andol. Buy a morning star and leave from the left. When you get to the end, use your red crystal and kneel. A tornado will come and get you. And it is up to you to get to the end and kill Dracula.
What makes me stay? Run away, run, 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 run away.
Bomberman 64, however, gets a big thumbs down. The graphics are not up to par for the N64 in some levels. The control is nothing to speak of, and the game just isn't fun. Here's an example of a series that has to stay in the 2D format in order to have that addictive flair of fun. The 3D format just totally blows the whole game. Complaint number 1, your little Bomberman character runs around too slow even when you're pushing the control stick full throttle. Complaint number 2, the game doesn't feel very puzzly for a puzzle game. In fact, that's just it. This isn't really a puzzle game. It's a sacrilege to the series. This is one of the few series that can't stray too far from the original formula without creating a total disaster. Players will quickly get sick of running around the sparse 3D worlds in search of enemies to bomb. The only puzzle element is that sometimes it's hard to find out how to get to a particular enemy. The multiplayer Bomberman mode is true to the original, but only a handful of stages are available. The main meat of the game is that darned one-player adventure mode. Nintendo needs to stop calling everything an adventure mode, especially when the game is about as adventurous as a trip to Kmart.
Yeah.
Here's some litter and a package for you, sir.
Tired of waiting. I don't want to wait anymore. Twitch is taking too long to run its stupid ad. I guess it did it. Whatever. We're done now. Usually I try to wait for the like first ad to roll. Because I don't want any ads to cover up my very important words. Yeah, Papa Bezos needs a sniff. Doesn't even run Amazon anymore, but it's still fun. How did the recording go? Pretty well. Pretty well. No complaints. I made some shrimp. Ate some rice. Oh! Dry Run. Thank you for the sub and the enthusiasm. Also, Bassoonist. Thank you for the raid. Yes. I just blown up the Electric Man. That's his official name. Oh, hell yeah, DJ Kento. Thank you for the sub. Can we get some Pythagoras Switch clips in the MediaTek? I don't know what that is. gonna guess it's a nerdy band. Sounds like a prog band. 12-minute songs. That's right, primetime gaming. We're in the prime time now. Only good gaming happens now. Ah, I'm dead. It wasn't good gaming. Oh, come on. Okay, I had a manual save. We're not doing that shit again. Yeah, bad gaming, left at home. Except for that time when I got shot by the Revenant. The super shot, he didn't finish him off. Japanese children's show akin to Sesame Street, but all the commercial bumpers are Rube Goldberg machines. Ooh. That sounds pleasing in clip form. Cute. I'll have to check it out. Hello, stowaway. Blam. There we go. That's what was supposed to happen.
Access granted.
Ooh. It's mouth. Get a good shot of his ass. Love watching him leave. Is he coming for me? He is. Ah! Joint? Good mouth. Dead, idiot. I wonder whose teeth that is. Yeah, just pointing directly at a screen and then using the mouth to the mouth to interact with it. God. Pretty revolutionary. These are so loud. Floating with danger with this door here. God! Fucking fuck. Fuck! Fuck! Fuck ass! There. How do you like it now? Last time I viewed your stream, you were playing this game like 13 years ago. Yeah? Sounds about right. Well, welcome back, Frank and Pooty. How's life been for you in the last decade? Oh my god. Let's check in with each other. A lot of things have changed for me. I got a haircut today. So that's something. Thank you, Calixi. So that's kind of it. 13 years and I got this haircut now. Oh, fucking hell, dude. I went to Japan that one time. Permanents are just a nuisance. Went from a teenager to a software salesman. Alright. That sounds consequential. Got a job, earning some money. I may not believe this, but I got even better at Doom 3. Yeah, feel like a different human entirely from 10 years ago. Yeah, nobody's really who they are or who they want to be in their 20s. It's kind of a mix of your background, your upbringing. Fuck. I don't know why I'm trying to get like fancy. Just shoot everything with the rocket launcher. I don't have that many rockets. Maybe that's why. Mustache Party, thanks for the sub. Where's Mouth? Where are you? Where's Reagan? Oh shit, there's two of them warping in. Fuck! I don't think I want to be back here when this happens. I have so little health. I'm using my other... Oh, I don't have another one. Uh-oh. I can get back past him in the hallway. How many rockets do I have? Oh, that's enough. God. It's so loud. This dude is so annoyingly loud. Just like always shrieking. Damn, they shoot a lot of rockets. Another one? Anything new in my life? Pretty much the haircut. Pretty much just that. I don't know. Went from one investment startup media company to another investment media startup company. Neither of those worked out very well. So now I'm doing my own thing and making more money and working way less. Not earning sports cars for other dipshit assholes. Capitalism, baby. Playing the entrepreneur game now. Sounds like a downgrade. Oh, if only I could work and earn a lot of money for someone that doesn't know more about what I do than I do. I just can't wait to earn a lot of capital and give it all away. Or I think what's better is like show an investor the potential of your work and then have someone else take all that money and spend it on movies and crap that go nowhere and earn nothing. If only I could afford someone else the right to make a movie. You could watch me play Doom forever? That's great to hear. Because I could play Doom forever. So we got us a good little arrangement, I guess. Oh. Somebody dropped the rocket launcher. I just wish Halo could make... Or sorry, Halo. I mean, yes. I wish Machinima could make Forward Unto Dawn Season 2. I'll work for a third of my salary for years. So that Machinima can do Bite Me Season 2. Which are YouTube for streaming? Whichever one you want, Shrimp Man. I'm just appreciative that you want to watch any old way you do. The way it typically shakes out is that the chat culture is a little more active on Twitch, but video quality is way higher on YouTube. Money-wise, Twitch has certainly gamified it a lot more. There's like more of a system, and like easier benefits to get from like subscribing on Twitch, and they have more tools to make it easier and more fun to give away money. But that's it. Yeah, I guess people on Twitch are prettier, but that's according to one person on Twitch. So, little conflict of interest maybe. All media startups in with Bangladeshi click farm videos. This is the way. I mean, that was the technique at Machinima, for sure. They would like accept, basically they would promise companies that by putting videos on Machinima that it would get views. So they were basically using the YouTube platform that we helped build up for them. And also like partner videos did that too. But when we were there, we were like the only ones making reliable quality content that people showed up to watch. So anyway, they would sell X number of views on someone else's video, put it on the channel, get whatever organic views they could trick people into watching, and then true view the rest. Which is where basically you pay YouTube to put that video in front of people. And it was a tidy little business. They basically just got to keep the difference. But they would like price it so that they always made a profit. Cool strobe. I say before I shoot the zombie. AR9. I don't, people seem excited about Oblivion. I guess that makes sense. We're kind of in it's prime time for mid-aughts nostalgia, which is what I'm reveling in at the moment. But I don't know. I don't know. Oblivion was okay. I liked it too, but I got tired of it by the end for sure. But I'm sure a lot of people will enjoy downloading it, running around a little bit, doing a quest here and there, getting the memories. Yeah, it seems like a lot of people are real amped up about it, which is still super weird to me. I think it's truly that like Oblivion hit a lot of people at exactly the right time. It was the, you know, He-Man or whatever, Thundercats. Just like there may not be anything super special about that game, but it sure was the game for a lot of people. So there's no breaking that bind. There's no breaking the bind between a lonely dude and the first open world RPG he really gets into. Hey Harry, yeah, we're back. You missed Ghost Pant? We never did find Ghost Pant. It was a pretty haunted attic though. I remember when Chad Goodstein, which was the president of Machinima after they got rid of one of the Debevois, I can't remember. Anyway, he at one of the stand-ups promised the company that they would get the like there's like this scrolling ticker sign that was on the building that Machinima was in. And he was like, and we're gonna fix that ticker, and everybody's like, oh, okay, cool. And then I guess they called in somebody to see how much it would cost, and he was just like, no. I didn't know it would cost money. Never mind. Oh, you're asking about thoughts on this game and its reception? Well, this is the expansion. So people didn't trip over themselves to have an opinion about this. I actually quite liked the expansion. I thought it was much more converging on like the Doom 1 sort of, or Doom 2 really sort of experience. Definitely not in map design, more in encounters. Like you had more encounters that were in bigger, more open rooms with more enemies. But the map flow itself is still very like linear hallway stuff. I like hallway games if they're done well. I like hallway games even if they're not done well. There's something fun about a well-meaning hallway game. The cutscenes don't have to be good, there just have to be a lot of them. And they have to be earnest. You have to need to earnestly tell me a tale, even if the tale is bullshit. But yeah, regarding the original game, certainly done a lot of musing about that while playing Doom 3. It's one of the first times that I remember the gaming intelligentsia or whatever I guess it wasn't even really press. It was kind of like gaming fans. People kind of tripped over themselves a little bit to be too good for this game. They're like, that's not my Doom. A lot of people, I think, had a deep connection with Doom and did not like any alteration to that. Even though I still feel like this is, still a pretty authentic Doom game. There's some ways in which it diverges, but not so severely that you couldn't say it's not even close. I think time's been kind to it, though. I certainly see, like, people come out of the woodwork nowadays to be like, oh, I love this game. I played this when I was a kid, and it creeped the hell out of me. Like, to me, that's the real sign. I think that's the other thing. Is like, Doom 3 was the first time I remember people on the internet being loud and seemingly achieving consensus about not liking something. But in the meantime, I think it actually did sell pretty well, and people largely liked it. So it was also, I think, one of the first times when gamers got together and agreed on something, and that opinion wasn't necessarily held by the mass. And it's not like that was, happened all the time back then. It was usually like, this game is sick, would be like the gamer consensus, and then the mass consensus would also be, yeah, this game is sick. Would be pretty much it, like GTA. Everyone loves GTA. Oh, Whirlybird, thanks for the sub. An Evil Flame, thank you very much. Don't have anything clever to add here, but thank you for the cozy vibes. Doesn't have to be clever. Appreciate it. Is it cozier than a SimCity train going around one tile over and over again? Shinji's on there listening to his city pop. Remember Doom 3 getting huge coverage from the old gaming magazines before it came out? I mean, yeah, it was a big deal. Doom was, and I think I don't know what the sales numbers are for 2016 or Eternal, but Doom is a video game franchise with some renown. Like, it was one of the first, like, in an age when Tetris and Myst were the only games that could really hit mass market. Doom also kind of tapped into that. It was a game anyone could sit down and play, but it was like, it was a little more intense than Myst. Oh. It had mechanics and violence and music and... Oh! Ah! No! No! I like how they had to, like, roll the... Fucking hell. The Lost Souls had to get, like, reverted because they were too powered in the Doom 3 campaign. The babe faces. Chandler and friends played Doom? Because Matthew Perry was a gamer. Oh, mega textures were a talking point? That was during Rage. Mega textures were the id software tech du jour during Rage. Which was kind of... Mega textures were their attempt to try and make the Gen 7 dev experience a little less painful. For a while there, I think they were trying to compete with Epic still about being an engine that could be licensed out. I think when they got bought by Bethesda, though, it was like, okay, you don't have to worry about licensing anymore. You'll just be Bethesda's proprietary technology. But Bethesda GameWorks has their own engine.
6, 5.
So they don't need it, but they might need it.
1. Shutdown sequence complete.
Dude, what if there could be what if Bethesda Game Studios could use an id Tech engine?
We'll have to shut down the life support system.
492.
Think twice about this. It's more important than any of us.
I don't think id Tech is made for the, generative spaces, the wide open terrain and stuff that you see in a Bethesda game, but yeah, id Tech 4. 2016 used it too, yeah. Yeah, the texture work in Rage is really good. I mean, the detail in Rage is really good. But I think, like, Rage, so it's interesting. I feel like you can learn something from every major id Software release and what it says about the market. Rage really did have kind of a level of detail that was a mark above where games were at, but only by about 3 or 4 years. I want to say, like, just the level of clutter and the bespoke, like, every hallway is utterly bespoke in a very Doom 3 kind of way, even. And hitting like 60 FPS on console, it's weird that that didn't matter more back then. I always thought that was strange. People nowadays tend to prefer performance mode for games, but hitting 60 FPS on console wasn't really like... People didn't seem to care, which I thought was odd. I played it on PC and I was disappointed because I was like, man, id Software I always thought was kind of like more of a PC first developer. That's not necessarily true. id Software is, I guess, more of a... like, more finding tech efficiency, I think, than just necessarily being PC. So them making a bespoke engine for Gen 7 consoles that can do 60 FPS and like all this stuff, that's still pretty cool. But it wasn't the cool that I wanted. Oh, it wasn't 60 FPS on PS3? Oh, wow. Even John Carmack couldn't draw out the full power of the cell. I bet he hated that processor. I don't think I ever heard him go off on it during his, like, QuakeCon talks. But I'd be willing to bet he has, like, strong opinions about the cell. Probably not anymore. Ah! Who's doing that? Wake up! I need your help. Go in there and shoot them right now! Wake up! Ah! The power of the cell is making games run like dog shit. Sure is. I don't have a lot of nostalgia for the quality of games back then, because they were not, on average, very high. But there was something somewhat comforting about, like, there being a pretty decisive lead platform. I mean, PlayStation had the branding during the PlayStation 3 days, but man, that console sucked ass. Waiting around for these, like, massively long installs. Metal Gear Solid 4 was a cool game, but do you remember the installs? Holy shit, man, I couldn't believe it. Straight up the longest load times of any game ever were on the PlayStation 3. And it was like, it was a total breaking point. It was like the game takes this long to load and also it runs like shit and looks bad and is laggy as fuck and this controller sucks and oh man. Oh man. Oh sorry, the Rage was 60 FPS on PS3, my bad. God, it's so loud. Oh. Can you, careful, you can kill the droid with rockets? Yeah, I assume that might be the case. Oh my god, I'm back here. PS3 controller was too small? Too small and too shitty. Hey, remember when they didn't have rumble in the PS3 controller and they were like, oh, it'll fuck with the motion control? Is what they said? And then like 2 years later they made a controller with rumble. And they were just like, okay, it has rumble now. But it still had motion control and no one gave a fuck? Ugh. The launch PS3 controller was the shittiest feeling controller I think I've ever used. No, like the NES 1 controller is not good. Jesus Christ. Yeah, 6-axis TM. The micro USB port battery that dies in 4 hours. I don't know what brain trust made it so that controller rests on its shoulder buttons. I couldn't believe it. I was like, did anyone use this ever? Did an engineer not take this home for a weekend and realize that if you're watching a DVD and you like just put the controller down, it'll start fast forwarding or rewinding? No one did this? No one even tried this. Saving. Ah! Fuck. Teleporters. Whoops. That was a good bot. You're a good bot, I'm sorry. Don't be mad at me. Holy fuck, there's a lot of enemies. Watching Blu-rays was pretty cool. PS3 outsold 360 in the end. Yeah. Yeah, it's kind of interesting because here in the United States, I think people have a very US. Well, it's not going to shock you that Americans think they're the center of the world, I'm sure. But it certainly extends into games. A lot of American gamers think that like Xbox is. Well, I mean, Xbox is not a trivial brand still. Especially if you count like PC and all the money they make from like Blizzard now and shit, but I think people have a slightly overestimated opinion of how the 360 did, of how important Halo is as a franchise. Cord Oso. You have died, Dark Souls. Remember when Dark Souls said you have died? Aw, I'm sorry, robot. Thank you for becoming a YouTube member. You can now watch YouTube videos that I upload before I put thumbnail on them. And that is a priceless benefit. With me and 2000 shooter, your dirty dishes don't stand a chance. Oh man, you're reminding me I gotta do dishes. Only I could play Doom while I'm doing dishes. Man, $1 billion idea right there. Oh, you're in the European Union? Yeah, PlayStation is everything in Europe. Feels like Xbox is huge still? Really? Yeah? Huh. I would think that in Europe it would just be all PlayStation all the time. Oh, their heads peep out. Little head peep. Plasma projectiles travel so slowly. Oh yeah, Jeror. Oh, okay, so it's mostly, like their footprint is mostly on PC through Game Pass, you think? I wonder about that. I mean, they got me for good, I think, with Game Pass. Well, they got me until they substantially raised prices or stopped giving me free codes every month. Hashtag PC Game Pass partner.
Online and transfer data. I'm more certain than ever that the truth is somehow behind this. He's reaching out from the grave in one last desperate grasp of power.
Yeah, I agree, Juror. The Doom 3 plasma rifle is ultra peak. The reload, the like, that little like, how do they make that sound, man? It's like the hiss of the servo of like the panel coming up, a little click, the twinge of it turning on. The sound effects of even the gun coming up are super good. The reload, I'm in love with. It's just such a really pleasing and weird series of sounds. There's like a kind of a metallic klingle, like almost like a wind chime in there. There's the like the little electronic, almost like turning on a proton pack, the electron whine at the end. That little hiss of air as it like accepts a new cartridge. I don't know. And just like all those sounds are completely made up. Those aren't real sounds. They didn't record an actual plasma gun. It's not real. It doesn't exist. So yeah. I don't know, just combining all those wacky sounds into one series that actually does sound like future tech, sliding around and like getting into place and powering up. Scary hallways. Ah! Some good hallway fights. Just some good, clean, old-fashioned hallway fights. I think they're trying to give me, like, a chance to drill on switching to the grabber, the grabby gun. But I could also just kill it. I could just shoot it to death. Maybe I should give it a grabby gun. The thing is, I don't think it's little... Alright, never mind. What's weird is you hit, like, it's not very forgiving about letting you grab, like, you have to put the cursor over the projectile. And you don't really know where they're gonna be, and you don't know how they're gonna fly. I'm kind of surprised that they didn't just make a bigger, like, suck zone when you have that gun out and you want to grab a projectile out of the air. Yeah, ugh. I love that every single shot in the plasma gun is its own light source. Ah, Jesus. Couldn't tell what I was looking at for a second. Use a heart? I'm gonna use a heart. Let me up! Ugh. Yeah, it must suck to be the alien that just gets domed by the Doom Marine that's juiced up on some alien artifact. Get absolutely flattened because you had some freaking ridiculous alien tech you didn't know about. Literally me playing Halo every time I log on. There's some guy with a relic in one hand and a 5,000-year-old alien rod in the other, and he's just ready to go.
If assistance is needed. Attention. All Phobos personnel. Life support shutdown sequence initiated. All personnel are to evacuate Phobos.
Oh, that's interesting, Hicks. You read at some point that the grabby gun was supposed to be in base Doom 3, but they cut it, added it back because the X-Pack, in the X-Pack because of the gravity gun. Yeah, it's not necessarily... You can kind of... I can see how multiple designers would arrive at the same idea, which is a gun that manipulates physics objects. Like, the player understands guns. They understand this gun doing this instead of shooting bullets. The interface is the same. It's like, what you want to do is grab and hold something in front of you and then maybe throw it away, so yeah. Also, just like games having physics, where that's something you can do. Like the logical jumps make a lot of sense to me. It's like, we got physics now. Well, can we turn that into a mechanic? How do we turn it into a mechanic? Well, the player can grab and throw things. How do they do that? They just like look at something and hit a button and grab and throw? If so, then like, is that a problem? How close does it hold to the camera? I'm sure they did prototypes where it was just like hover in front of the face and maybe it obscured too much of the camera or something like that. Didn't, like, with a mechanic like that, you couldn't really have the player like grab a fireball with their hands. And reflecting shots, I guess. You think about like playing original Doom, reflecting shots back is a pretty tempting and tantalizing idea. Which is what
Auxiliary power critical. Proceed to nearest light station.
like doing Dark Ages where you can parry bullets. That's kind of a new thing, I feel like. There's not really a version of that in any Doom. Where you can turn getting attacked directly into new aggression. Will you play a Waterworld 2 game if it ever comes out? Yes. Yes, I will.
went smoothly, given that it's work we originally did last week when it was first due. Since Kurt's got transferred, the new supervisor can't be
Oxygen at
bothered to
dangerous
find
levels
these
with
last week's
temperature
reports.
-4 degrees and
I guess
falling.
it's less hassle to let us
Auxiliary
work
power
for 14
Proceed
hours
to
renewing
nearest light
stuff.
station.
And what do I care? At the end of my day, I have a lumpy bed, shitty food, and a sleep-deprived number crunchers to look forward to. Tomorrow we'll be starting analysis on the new acquisitions. It'll be nice to do something new, even though this entire mission
Auxiliary power
is
low.
exciting.
Restore main
Researcher
reactor
R.
immediately.
Jolson, log complete.
Caution. Main reactor offline. Life support system.
God. I have not played Waterworld on the Virtual Boy. I don't think I've played any. I remember looking into a Virtual Boy for a few seconds. There was like a demo unit at a Toys R Us or something. And my parents were hustling by. And I stole a moment to myself. Oh shit, okay. And I like peeped into the Virtual Boy to witness the miracle.
Caution. Oxygen levels dropping. Temperatures 7 degrees and falling. Auxiliary power low. Main reactor offline. Life support systems offline.
Wasn't there one at Funhouse? Oh, was there? I don't know. I don't remember. Maybe it was on a shelf somewhere. There's a lot of shit at Funhouse. God, those things suck. Ex-Toys R Us employee, we did in fact have Virtual Boy set up to play. Sadly, the Nintendo rep wouldn't let me have the demo model when it got decommissioned. Ah, probably because they wanted it, huh? They were like, this fucker's not taking my Virtual Boy. My free Virtual Boy. Ah, like what's the... You can't really grab and throw back something because it shoots so many at you. And you can't like... It'd be cool if you could just like click and reflect all of them. Like, click, 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 but that doesn't work. Jeremiah, thank you for the kind message. Oh. Respond to it more authentically in a moment. There we go. You and your content has brought me a lot of joy over the years. Thank you. Happy to see you still streaming, still playing games. Love from the UK. Oh yes. This is Gamer Life chose me.
Temperature 7 degrees and falling.
But yes, thank you very much for the kind message. It's been a pleasure to be connected with people throughout time through gaming.
Main reactor offline. Life support
Nintendo was really strict about that shit. It was weird.
power low.
They took all of their display stuff, promo items and shit. Hasbro was sort of like that with a lot of prequel Star Wars promo displays as well. Maybe they just didn't want people selling all that shit aftermarket.
Oxygen at dangerous levels. Temperature minus.
Although who does that, you know, who's victimized there? What's the problem with that? I don't know. Only one person knows, and it's John Nintendo. Shit.
Caution. Oxygen levels double. Temperature 7 degrees and falling. Auxiliary power low.
No, there's always one that gets through. Bleh. There.
Restore Temperature minus 4 degrees.
What was the old Nintendo thing that opened like a laptop and was supposed to detect your hands? Yeah, there was like an IR controller for the NES. But that wasn't an official peripheral either. That was just some company making some bullshit. I guess Nintendo licensed it, right?
Caution. Oxygen levels dropping. And the temperature 7 degrees and falling.
Enough with these guys. Was it the activator was the Sega thing, right? But it's like that. The activator went on the floor though. This was like a little, like a desktop, a tabletop thing. Just some real chintzy plastic. And yeah, you would wave your hands over it. I remember the TV commercial had like somebody playing Punch Out with it. Which is kind of similar to, I guess, the Power Glove commercial. I think Top Gun or something was also in the U-Force. Yeah, that sounds right. Hold on. Hold on a minute. Do a little research. Super Nintendo.
U-Force. The U-Force controller for your Nintendo. You touch nothing, yet it knows your every move. There's nothing to hold or wear or touch. And the game.
Air gaming.
You move, it knows. Nothing comes between you and the game. U-Force, the power-fueled controller for your Nintendo.
Yeah, man. Gaming peripheral ads in the 80s and 90s are the best. Mostly because, like, the random shots you get of like, the gamer den. This dude's just playing in the gamerscape. It's nothing but strobe lights and, like, spiraling spotlights behind him.
Nintendo.
He's fully entered the gamer zone. So it's more of, like, an impressionistic representation of what it's like, yeah, to be fully immersed in the gamer plane. Which is, of course, what happens when you're using the U-Force. They go, bah, 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 and you hear fucking synth acapella for some reason.
There's nothing to hold or wear or touch. And the game. You move, it knows. Nothing comes between you and the game.
Now the Super Scope. The Super Scope ad has a good... Well, the Super Scope is like a 90s living room. One of the dude with the floppy hair, yeah, diving all over the place. Check out this quintessential 90s living room. What do we got? We got a shelf of cups. I'm pretty sure I saw back there. It's a bit out of focus. Bowls? Maybe we'll see.
Super Scope 6. Remote power.
Man, floppy haired kid. We got some potted plants back there.
And laser accurate. Precise. To a single television picture.
Oh, this is a different one than I was thinking of.
And it's yours for under $60.
There's one with a cooler, older
to the game.
gamer
Like never before.
who's doing a lot of John Woo action dives around his living room. Whoa, got some wood shelving, got some random books.
Now you're playing with power.
Okay, yeah, that one's got a... Here we go. A widescreen. Jesus Christ, people.
So prepare your...
Okay, yeah, random wooden shelf with random trophies. Looks like some Super Nintendo cartridges. This like wood panel TV with the digital man. Okay, all right, yeah. This like couch. Nobody has this couch anymore, but they were everywhere in the 90s. Is that a fishbowl on the coffee table for some reason? Yeah. With nothing in it. I like the drapes on this window here. Is this like a green... It's like green walls? A framed portrait of different balls? Maybe this is a dorm room. Is this his room? There's like sports everywhere. They keep putting like shots of sports shit. Trophies. Like this is for active kids. I'm trying to reinforce that. Or maybe they're trying to associate playing games with like sports accomplishment. I like this though. I I guess it's like a den, but it's ground level. We got sunshine coming in. But yeah, there's a bird in here and a fish. More random shelves of stuff. Hooah! Oh, you got the big Billy Bass on the wall? Not anymore, I guess. Very kitschy. Yeah.
Battle Clash, it's more than a game, it's a breakthrough.
Have you been inside all day?
Only on the Super Nintendo Entertainment System. Now you're playing with...
Original Battle Clash kid grew up into grown-up Battle Clash kid. Mom's still giving him shit, though. But yeah, it's interesting, although I think all the messaging that they try to add into those of being like, no, this is an active game, it's fine. It's for kids who play sports. Not dweeb lords. Looks like what I imagined a suburban house would look like. Yeah. The thing is, like, that doesn't necessarily exist anymore. Or home interiors in commercials look way different now. They look like hospitals. Or they look like a cool waiting room to like a really upscale urgent care. Is what I see a lot of. There's not a whole lot of like kitsch. You don't see just like random shelves with stuff. Yeah, IKEA. It's very flat, very clean, very bright, very sometimes there's color. A lot of the times, or at least in the like in the late 2010s, which is the last time I feel like I had any kind of fix on commercial representations of living spaces. It's very like clinical and clean, bright. Ugh. Get fucked. One of the interesting things that I've seen lately in I finally started seeing some advertising, some modern advertising, since I started watching more garbage movies on Tubi. Really the biggest thing that pops out to me is now everyone is depicted as using cleaning products. There was a window where like men would be depicted as using cleaning products, but there'd always be a subtle little implication that they may not be just like heterosexual. Now it's just like, it shows just like dads cleaning. And trying to market cleaning products to dads or even single men. I even saw like cleaning product get targeted to like a single dude in his 20s. I'm like, wow. What a world. Yeah, even your husband can clean. I mean, so that was actually a fantasy that 90s commercials used to sell. That like if you buy these cleaning products, your family will be so amazed at how effective they are that they'll clean for you. You won't have to clean because this cleans so good. Man. Okay, fine. I'll come down to meet you. Yeah, apart from that, car ads are kind of the same old, same old. In general, no one uses sex to sell anymore, which is kind of weird. Car ads used to at least have babes, or like beer ads would have babes. Now it's nothing. The best you can get is like an ad that's actually kind of like funny. But gone are the days of whipping out a little dick just to sell a car. Does GoDaddy not do ads anymore? I actually haven't seen a GoDaddy ad in a long time. I'm thinking like Carl's Jr. was always the holdout. But even they weren't that trashy. It would just be like a hot babe eating a burger. It's not like she's like leaning over something, squishing her boobs on it. Maybe she should. There we go.
Pad 1 selected.
We're in our dad's and grandfather's generation. I mean, we are, just in a different way. Yeah, Jeremiah, I agree. It's hard to find an ad that, like... I don't know, yeah, the ad game is different. I feel like, ads used to be really fascinating because it was like... At least the intent of an ad is honest, sort of. Like, it's an ad. You know it's an ad. It's trying to sell you something. It's not being subversive, really. I mean, the only subversion is how it's trying to like burrow its way into your subconscious, and that's where the game happens. Because I don't want it to, but it still might. But there used to be a lot of money poured into that. So you would have a shit, like just a crazy budget dedicated to 30 seconds of footage to tell a short story that somehow like gives somebody such an emotional reaction, or it's so funny or memorable, or plants a seed of fear in them or something. Like, you have such a short amount of time to accomplish such a complicated goal, especially when everyone else is doing the same thing around you. So like you would get some like really good filmmakers and really talented people on those projects because the money was there, and you got some really interesting pieces of video. Now it's just like, it's almost like, and this may be the truth, they know that you're not even looking. So it's just like, it's just the most basic messaging expressed in the most basic way. Yeah, there's not a lot of jingles anymore. That's something that doesn't happen. Like trying to write an earworm jingle, and it worked. A lot of them really did stick with people. But now that's not even the thing. I remember like in the 2010s, there was a shift to audio ident. You know, like the Netflix bong or whatever. It's not necessarily about a jingle. Now it's about a sound that you associate with a brand. That they always play. The switch click. Something like that. Which I think is kind of sad. You know, jingles are corny, but they're fun.
Welcome to your
So now all the money is just in making a click sound. That's exactly the right frequency and reverb. What I honestly miss is like, I miss the ads that try to like harness the zeitgeist, or I guess the fucking, what was it? It was the Pepsi ad where one of the Kardashians solves war. That shit is so awesome, and I'm so mad that no one does that anymore. Yeah, ends all racism with a Coke. Like, it just, I think the generational divide got too wide, and that's where the fun was, though. A bunch of like out of date, out of touch, rich old executives saying that like, this is what men want. Meanwhile, there's, you know, a Z-Zem rolling their eyes, all of their brow piercings clinkle in the disgust. So instead of even trying to like burrow in and speak authentically to any lived experience of its audience, they go the other way. They just get really like impersonal. Now it's just like, it's just doofy guy at home in a kind of baggy shirt, rubbing down his like already immaculately white countertops with some wipe. Ooh. Extra fleshy zombies. Ooh, they're all distended. Gross. And they have like sag. You can see their sag from the back. Yeah, one of them's giving me a nice little twirl. Getting the full view here. I like this enemy type. Very creepy. It's just like pure skin too. And the skin, like the lighting on skin is actually pretty good in this game. Well, pretty good for its time. Ugh. Ugh. We never got Lynch directed Burger King commercials. We got the Lynch PlayStation commercials. The fuck? Oh, Taco Bell in recent years has been making ads that try to make it look like cool kids eat Taco Bell. Nice. Yeah, I realize I'm probably... I guess the most avant-garde wave of advertising really is just like influencer culture on TikTok. That's the... like democratizing advertising. Micro-influencing. That's not fun, though. That's not fun. Nor does it... Well, I think in its own way, it does say something about the life and times of the situation in which that advertising content is produced. In the same way that all the ad reads I did on podcasts or whatever speak to that as well. But it's leagues different than like a... I don't know. Than 30 seconds trying to target me and being disgustingly wrong. I gotta check out these Taco Bell ads, though. Whoa, doors blasted off. That was cool. Oh, that wasn't cool. I need those doors. That Revenant. Shit. Save. Behind me. How many Nintendo cameras are you looking to buy? One for every room in my house. And then I'm going to need enough USB-C extensions to run them all. And then maybe like a massive switch box so that I can just turn the dial to whatever room I'm in. Or better yet, I'll automate a robot so that I can project with clarity in my home what room I'm in, and then a sensor can pick it up and swap it for me. Get these ads for fast food that use influencers who may or may not be real influencers, like Domino's and Taco Bell recorded in a car with a phone. Yes. So that's what I see a lot of R9. That's definitely a trend now, is like made for broadcast 30-second ad spots that are filmed like somebody's just in their car looking at the front-facing camera on their phone talking about this new thing they just bought. That is massively common. Which is lame, because that is the cheapest type of content that ever exists. That's why there's so much of it. But yeah, it's just how people expect to see advertising now. It's what seems authentic. Fuck off. Oh yeah, Sonic ads did that. Sonic ads did that before that was even a format. I remember they had their two kind of deadpan snarky boys snarking at each other. You're right, though. They were kind of onto that format before it became a thing with TikTok and, like, car cabin reviews. Dude. They were improv people? Yeah, the Sonic dudes. I remember seeing them show up in some Onion content. And had seen them kind of do other things over the years. I remember being like, oh, that's fun, oh, that's nice, they got a gig. What the fuck? one was on a podcast and you were like, oh, it's one of the Sonic guys. There's one dude who I see like show up. He shows up on a ton of, he used to show up on a ton of Onion stuff. And I've seen him in like do bit parts in movies and stuff, and he's so fucking funny. But he usually has like wireframe glasses and has kind of a hair ring and he's bald. I don't know his name. Every time I see him, I was like, oh, it's that guy. He's funny as shit. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. He's funny. I don't know his name though. I don't think he's ever had like enough of a role that I could look it up and be like, who's that guy? Sometimes I feel like at my best, maybe that's who I am for someone else. Like it's 4 a.m. and YouTube automatically throws them in my stream. They're like, I know that guy's voice. Because they saw like 1 or 2 YouTube videos of me like 15 years ago. Who is that guy? I remember he was funny in that one thing. We're all part of a system. We're all someone else's that guy that they can't remember, but remembered fondly. Yeah. What's in your wallet? Bruce Green as Morpheus as Lawrence Fishburne as Samuel L. Jackson, I guess. Stupid. God, little interstitials that they shot for the Matrix gameplay were awesome. That's the kind of thing that I thought we would do more of. I guess there was a fair amount of it, but I was like, this is where you can play. Like this is how you trick people. You do a gameplay and then you put all your like short film stuff in it. And then you get a chance to like do some filming. You can make like a little script, a little shot list, just scale up from there. Huh. Let's see here. You wouldn't happen to be talking about acclaimed character actor Brian Husky. I don't know his name. But yes, I am. You knew exactly who I was talking about. All right, now we know his name. Acclaimed character actor Brian Husky. But yeah. Bam. From the great state of North Carolina. Oh, he was in Veep? That makes sense. Yeah, it's like, oh, he's Bob's Burgers. Okay. There's definitely, you can tell after a while that there's a crew of folks that are just funny and they know each other and they kind of tend to show up in the same things. Yeah, that guy. He's that guy. Regular sized Rudy. I don't think I've seen enough of Bob's Burgers to know that character. That's a good name for... yeah, he was an Upright Citizens Brigade, of course. Was he a Sonic guy? Oh, that would make sense. I wonder if all the Sonic guys have like a little jacket that they wear. Or like a gang of 50 street toughs. The Corn Dog Crew? He wasn't one? Oh, okay. He was If Google Was a Guy thing. Ah. He was that guy. The older you get, the more guys there are, and you gotta keep track of them all. TJ Degadovsky and Peter Grosch were the Sonic guys. I hope I said that. Either one of those names correctly. A lot of Polish energy in those names. Are you playing as the Doom Marine? Actually, no. I'm playing as another Doom Marine. You're not the guy from Doom 3 in this. And the guy from Doom 3 is not the guy from Doom 1 in this. So, I'm some third Marine. Which is silly because Marines can't count that high. I've seen neither Sinners nor Warfare. I have Doom games to play. I was hoping one double shot he would get it. I think it's like, I think it just works in hell time. On account of it being hell time. God damn it! Those fucking balls are a pain in the ass because they're AoE. And I have so little health. I don't know what got me there. I think it must have been the zombie SWAT. Okay. Fuck! Oh, it's getting really annoying. Fine, I'm using a soul. Yeah, you do extra damage in hell mode, for sure. 'Cause I just double-shotted that guy in one hit, and it took like 3 before and he wasn't even dead. Alright, fine. Fine. Fine, we'll do that. Ooh, I heard a dingle. They're still not going off on my PC for some reason. One of them worked. Oh, I got all the PDAs. Neat. Definitely did manage to do that in Doom 3, sadly. Oh wait, that means we must be near the end of the expansion? Man, this shit's fast. I thought there was a more protracted hell section. I guess there was already one of them, kinda. Can I post a link to a classic ad? Of course. Yes, you can. 634. Doom 3 is where the term monster closet became a thing. Yeah. People use that derogatorily to kind of refer to the maybe direct level design. In 2005, it seemed quaint to the point of embarrassing to have enemies just kind of hanging out in a room ready to run out and try to hit you. You never heard that term before? Yeah, I remember people used monster closets as just like a generally insulting term as to why Doom 3 was bad. Which, I don't think there's like... I get it. I get it. Especially in an era when games were getting so progressive and vaulted with their aspirations. Played Bloodborne on the PC emulator? No. Nah. Bloodborne's cool and all, but I don't know. I don't know. Is Bloodborne really that special? I mean, it's good. Don't get me wrong, it's good. But like, FromSoft has made Sekiro, and they've made Armored Core. Maybe Bloodborne really is that good. Liza P was really good. Maybe I should play it again on an emulator so it runs really good. We all want things we can't have. Bloodborne's really good, though. FromSoft is just goated. They are now. Yeah, it's so weird, man. FromSoft of all the studios. Like, for real, it'd be like if Rebellion became one of the world's top AAA game publishers. You'd be like, what? Hey, Red Raven. Perfect. Thanks for the raid. You got a Last of Us quote. Very good. Very good. Rebellion just needs to bring back AVP. I don't know if they have the license. They did Atomfall though, and people seem to really like that. I need to play that a little more. I always really love it when a studio can like make something else, make something weird, and it's like really good. Yeah, R9, somebody brought that up. Actually showed me the like YouTube channel from the Rebellion founder. Where he just has a bunch of medieval shit. Now that's somebody with healthy hobbies. Building a trebuchet. Ugh. Need another God Hand. I'm trying to think. Wanted Dead might be the closest to a modern God Hand. Oh, I gotta wait until next year. Gotta wait until April 20th, 2026 to play Wanted Dead. We won't have to wait that long to play Kingpin Life of Crime, though. I feel like I was starting to understand my Life of Crime. I guess we're just charging on in here. Didn't do shit. Cool. We just got an unholy portal. Nope. Extra long butthole. Okay. And we're in hell, folks. I remember hell being a little more involved. Because I remember everybody was like, hell's too short. That was one of the reasons people didn't like Doom 3. I remember there being some sloppier fights in hell. There was a world where Demon Souls never gets enough interest and FromSoft just dies a slow death. I think they would have stayed in business. They would just be making like still much smaller budget, smaller scope games. Maybe releasing a janky Armored Core game every year. Or maybe they'd shit, man. It's like FromSoft got all the budget and decided to make the world's best games. Game Freak gets all the budget and they're like, we'll release 3 more games this year. We're making 12 Pokemon games. One of them stopped crashing so much, so we think it's time to launch it. Yeah, each one's shittier than the last. You'll be amazed at how shitty our games are. Dude, how amazing will Pokemon look on Switch 2? Oh man, all that power, powering all those Pokemon graphics. Sweet. Can't wait to see. Might even hit 30 FPS. Yeah, maybe. Could you imagine? Somehow drain your battery? Game Freak rules. I'm really like, I really do think there's a lot of room for more variety in games in terms of like the kinds of software and even the sophistication level of that software. I guess digital marketplaces make it a bit easier to just release super small stuff for almost no money. This seems like a candle level. It kind of does, doesn't it? Yep, there's a candle. There it is. Directly in front of us. Just like that. I've pinched the wick. Giving the wick a pinch. I gotta go throw away the smoldered wick. See it there. I'll be right back. Damn, man. Some of the, I cooked some shrimp for dinner, and it is aromatic. Might have to throw that out. Tomorrow's garbage day, so it all works out. Garbage day. And just doing a little test. Making sure that the candle's not under anything it's going to set on fire. Alright, I think we're safe. You know what it is. Green and purple, green and purple. Hold on. My candle adjustment song. I don't think it gets claimed on YouTube either, so that's good. What happens when you cut deep? Dirt Master has redeemed. Dirt Master has redeemed a meditation. So.
Trees, it got me seeing double, so I call it science.
Ah. All right, where's my phone? Shit, my phone's not over here. Well, I gotta go get my phone. Otherwise, I can't read. All right, I'll be right back. Oh.
Can you open up the trunk?
All right. Damn it, there's another verse. All right. All right, we're all set. Wait a minute. Meditation, right? That's why I went over and got that. Actually, hold on. Bring it back.
I need weed close to me. And you can smoke for free. I got a lot to share. I'll be smoking till I'm old in a rocking chair. Not a care. I got no stress. No.
All right, here we go. We gotta meditate to this. Verse 20. In the gymnastic exercises, suppose that a man has torn thee with his nails, and by dashing against thy head has inflicted a wound. Well, we neither show any signs of vexation, nor are we offended, nor do we suspect him afterwards as a treacherous fellow. And yet we are on guard against him, not however as an enemy, nor yet with suspicion, but we quietly get out of his way. Something like this, let thy behavior be in all the other parts of life. Let us overlook many things in those who are like antagonists in the gymnasium. For it is in our power, as I said, to get out of the way, and to have no suspicion nor hatred. That's actually really interesting. I was just kind of puzzling out my relationship with competition, and how I would rather I really like combat sports because it's inherently competitive. It's almost, you could say it's like the core of competition. It's physical competition, physical combative competition. But it has rules, and when you get in the ring with somebody, as Marcus is alluding to, there's consent. And I always get twisted up because I don't feel like that consent exists in real life, or rather people will take you to task or harming them in all kinds of imagined or real ways. And if you take that personally, then it can be very difficult to figure out how to function in the world, how to make your way without trampling anyone else or taking something from someone else or getting in someone's way. But he's saying give yourself the acknowledgement that everyone else has consent, I guess, to compete in the world. And if somebody harms you in their path, it doesn't help to take it personally, because it probably wasn't personal. It's more like they just had, they had their ambitions and their pursuits, and at that time it ran contrary to yours. And it's like, you don't have to be offended, you don't have to be hurt, but now you know the score. Okay, this fucker goes hard and he hurts people. Or I say he, I mean, he's talking about dudes in the gymnasium. But I get what you mean. It's like, if somebody fouls you in basketball, it's like you can get all huffy about it, or you can be like, okay, I'll just avoid them in the future. I wish I could be more like that. I think in the past I've struggled with... Oh! Candles with the raid. Thank you for the raid, Candles. How you doing? Oh! I've struggled with, I think, holding myself to certain societal standards, and then being frustrated when those don't result in a parade. That was supposed to be the agreement. Or frustrated, of course, when other people don't hold themselves to those standards. But they didn't agree to that. And there's no law saying they have to. Where did that guy go? See, it's just one of the, I guess it's a boundaries thing. And that requires knowing your own boundaries and knowing yourself. Sounds like my friend's philosophy, and I hope he increases his self-awareness. Oh, of trying to impress your standards on others, and then being mad when there's no, like, social recounting. That was another thing for me, is like somebody can be out in the open and kind of like knowingly doing some shady shit, and then like some people get hung up on the lack of there being a social justice, that like this shouldn't be okay. Why is everybody okay with this? And then you kind of become the bad guy by pointing at somebody else and being like, everybody look at what they did. It can be a harsh lesson of life to realize that most people just don't care. Or like the thing that you consider a harm that needs to be addressed and recounted for, other people would just be like, whatever. Like, I do that. That's not so bad. The thing that I had to be brutally honest with myself about was that even if like I think I would tell myself that I held myself to certain moral standards, but I think in practice it pretty much evens out. Like, you can think all day, but in terms of what people actually do, is it really so different? And I think I mean that mostly in terms of like, you would hope that people don't judge you at your worst, but then if you or someone in general starts to fixate on one or two bad acts that someone else did, then that's kind of the same thing. You're kind of just grabbing onto the worst version of somebody, or yeah, I think it's just like a learn your lesson and move on kind of thing. Life got so much smoother for me when I cut my confrontations by 90%. Yeah. After a while with me, it just I tried a few of them, and it resulted in nothing. And also like whatever social or like social backing I think I expected or hoped to receive did not arrive. So yeah, life gets easier. You like pick your battles for sure. Be tough though. It's just a boundaries thing, and then like I guess that's the thing, is I can convince. Maybe I've spent too much time in my own head. Be confident of my own boundaries. Oblivion tomorrow? That sounds like it. Probability sounds high. Ooh, cool looking skull. Pretty sure that's what Betruger was flying around. Pretty metal. I'd say that's metal. I think maybe apart from some of the emails, though, this game is kind of critically lacking a sense of fun. 2016 and Eternal are fun. Like, they're goofy. There's an undercurrent of like a smirk behind the whole thing. Into the butthole. Oh, Rom, I'm gonna be head down playing Doom for a while here. And then Dark Ages is gonna come out, and that's gonna be my personality for a while. And then he clacks his shotgun.
That belongs to me.
Okay. Oh, surely we got a grabby gun and throw it back. Why is there no music? Yeah, Doom 3 is kind of lacking in music. I mean, it's mostly environmental audio, and the environmental audio is so superb that I really have no complaints with that. I can't see shit. Fuck. God damn. Huh. The way that like the bullet lags behind, so you have to stop moving for a little bit, and then like a giant orange ball is directly in your field of view, so you can't see anything. I do have the BFG. Can I just shoot it with the BFG? What? Well, I guess it charges faster, but the sound effect is slower. So you still hold it the same amount of time, even though it sounds like it's charging slower. No, no! Okay, got him. Whoops! 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 What? Am I standing in lava? Oh, there's lava. Does this hurt me though? What the fuck? How do I keep slipping off? I don't understand. I guess is it that small of a fucking platform? Did I fall? I think it's that you like run so much faster when hell time is activated that I'm just like flying right off the edge and not realizing it. Fuck. Hell time. Hell time. Sure is cool of them to have him just pop up on any... Fuck. It's kinda not great design. Have a boss where you have to look up all the time, and then have a platform you can just run off. I guess it is a final boss, I think. Whoa. Missed? Oh, there we go. Huh. Hmm. 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 Not sure that the BFG is... BFG killing him? Is it really? Whoops! So I think I'm like... I think I'm skipping off the edge sometimes. I feel like I might be ramping off of something occasionally. I'm gonna save, I guess. He just pops up with no sound. What? Dude! There was no sound! What the fuck is that? There's not even like an audio tell? He just silently comes back up on another random location and shoots fireballs at you. That's fucked up. And there's no way you can hear those before they hit. Okay, so he just shoots fireballs forever? Oh, game Largo, there. I think people are just letting me figure it out. That's okay. Ooh, in harm's way. Thank you for the raid. Hello, everyone. That was a pleasing little prelude. Yeah, I think I just, like, bounced right off. I think sometimes with, like... Can you grab these? You can. Seems like that probably hurt, right? So, okay. That's when I overcharge it. Oh, oops. And there's like a bump on my forehead. Oh, darn it. Threw so many rocks at him. Oh. Rocket! Zwoosh! Oh! Oh no! Whoa, 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 whoa! You weren't ready for this, were you? Oh. Huh. Oh, okay. You just get eaten. Okay, so this undoes the curse. Yes! So that works. Finally.
Marine? Marine, welcome home.
We did it. Welcome home. Doom is great. Love it all. Peak story. And here come the Bedingles. I'm glad the Bedingles fixed themselves for the end of Doom. How are we doing on points? 705, huh? Not that much left. But it's like all the, oh. Use the artifact with Berserk. Punch out 20 enemies in ROE. I didn't find a single Berserk. So, didn't do that one, but... Alright, there's one more thing to do in Doom 3. And that's play the Lost Mission. I don't know what the Lost Mission is. I don't have any lore about this Lost Mission. I think I have to relaunch the game so that I can hack out Nightmare and the Lost Mission. Hell yeah. Oh, Shadow JP has redeemed the VIPer ban. Good timing. Good luck. I'm disgusted. Steph is screaming from the other room. Saying boo. For making me do this. God. Look at me doing this right now. That's it. Banned for an hour. Banned. Banned. Boo. Boo is correct. Boo is the right response to that series of events. Terrible. Absolutely terrible. So now I'm going to look up that console command again. There it is. GLE Nightmare. GLE Nightmare. GLE Nightmare. Nope. Don't run the game. Keep forgetting which one it is. There we go. Boit. 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 See if that does it. Damn it. I was worried about that. I have to wait for it to time out. You interested in the Doom 3 Phobos mod? No. No, got a lot of Doom to play. Boom. And I got a graphic update now too. Now we're on to we're doing a little sideshow now. Doom RPG, Doom Resurrection, Doom 2 RPG. Handful of mobile games. So we'll see how that goes. I know that there are PC ports of Doom RPG, but I definitely want to try to play the T9 version to start. What the fuck is Resurrection? It's a Doom game for iPhone. I don't know if I'll be able to play that. I'll find that out tomorrow morning, I guess. Let's see. But yeah, we're almost into the good shit. Sigil is a map pack for the original Doom made by John Carmack. John Romero, not John Carmack. John Romero has a couple of notable games that have worked their way into the list. So yeah, it's just another Doom map pack. But I'm curious to see how his map making skills. I've always wanted to play Sigil and Sigil 2 over the this is a good a time as any. Yeah, a lot of good stuff. A lot of good stuff. No Doom board game. No Doom board game. Not a video game. We don't care about video games here. Not playing with rocks and stones. And having to use our imaginations. That's stupid. Doom book? Already read them. Although I think there are other Doom books than the one I read. I'm pretty sure there were a couple of... There was at least one, I think, book that came out in the Doom 3 era that I think was about Doom 3. Oops. Click the wrong thing. There we go. Retrieve science. Kill demon.
Bravo team, entry secure.
He's sniffing.
Take positions.
Ooh.
Did you hear that? This is lead. Give me status. Always clear. There's nothing here, Sam. What the hell?
Nothing here, Sam.
Lead, I'm swinging around left.
Do we get to be that guy? Jesus, alright. I did play Mighty Doom a little bit. I'm hoping to be able to download it again, but I think it's been delisted, so you can't just play it normally. I'm sure I can find an APK to load up on BlueStacks or something. That should be pretty simple. It's not that complicated of a game, but it's fun. And it's cute. Doom cute is its own thing, as I've learned. Oh, we're Cuban. Everybody's Cuban. Find central control room. Cuban USA. Seems like the cube takes more kills to charge up now. Cube crystals are... Oh, shit. There we go. Cube crystals are woefully empty. Why is it the cube and not the hard thing anymore? Because we finished Resurrection of Evil. I'm playing Doom the Lost levels. Do barrels count? Turn it on the jets a little bit. I was always curious if you could get like momentum going with the cube, which is really that there needs to be enough enemies in a short enough time period so that you can continue rolling like cube use into cube use. Keep your health high. Seems like it's what I'm able to do. Like even if I take a hit or two, it doesn't matter because I'm constantly getting cube. You know what it is. Green and purple, green and purple. So is this just like a level bit that didn't fit into the original Doom 3? I just decided why not. Jesus. It was a good flip. Is it a bunch of levels? I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing. Oh, it's 8 levels? Oh, okay. That's a lot. All right, I don't know if I'll be able to finish that tonight then. Wait. That's kind of neat. Crosley asks, was this game well received? I think so. Online audiences were pretty critical. People like snarking on it on the internet, but I think I think people by and large are pretty happy with it. People are definitely sharing a lot of positive memories. Not a lot of people coming in and just like making fun of it. I feel like it was more the energy back then. But then again, there weren't streams back then. Internet hating wasn't quite the like pastime that it is now. It wasn't the like organized event. Oh, wasted. No PDA or anything? Doesn't seem right. Yeah, BB Mon, I'm pretty sure it's just... Oh, you can duck the tentacle guy? I didn't know that. Oh, there we go.
Hello? Is anyone there?
Hi.
I can't believe someone's alive there. You must help me. Time is critical. My name is Richard. Dr. Richard Myers.
Colonel Campbell.
I'm the last one alive from my team. I was working with the engineers there before the connection was lost. I don't know what happened to them, but without your help, we may all die. I hope I can count on you. Here's the situation. We were conducting bi-dimensional tests before the attack, and I've lost control of the communication relays. And now we have a functional teleporter still active in the other dimension. And if it's not destroyed, those creatures may be able to use it to reach as far as Earth. You've got to help me. I've done everything I can here, but I don't have enough power to activate the teleporter on this side. The engineers were working with me to redirect auxiliary power from NPRO straight to Exus Labs. But now, looks like you're the only one that can help. I'll upload the array instructions to the SSD at your console. There. Take the SSD and find the main power station in Sector 2. Just plug it into the main terminal.
Dude, an SSD? 2005?
There's very little time. Please hurry.
That's mega cutting edge. Alright, well, I have my quest. Hey, Dejan. Good night. I do like fighting games. I haven't played them much, though.
This is the audio log of Chief Alan Rhodes, October 12, 2145. Well, we made significant progress with the field coupler this week. If my calculations are correct, this should provide a considerable converters out. I just wish Myers wasn't so...
I tried to duck, but I didn't hit the right button in time. Did I not pick up the PDA? No? Oh, do I have to do this whole thing still? Connection closed. Okay, no? Oh, there it is.
This is the audio log.
All right, a good save in.
Alan Rhodes, October 12, 2145. Well, we made significant progress with the field coupler this week. If my calculations are correct, this should provide a considerable boost to the converter's output. I just wish Myers wasn't so damn big about this project. Now, to be fair, it's actually Petruger's project. Myers is just trying to follow orders and do his job. Anyhow, what we are doing is extremely complex. It requires us to be firing on all cylinders. Expanding all of the transference data from Delta has been a very difficult process. What he's proposing requires the full use of a single grid array. I'm just glad we have the entire auxiliary unit to work with.
Sure, sure.
My hope is, within the next few weeks, we will be able to prime the main array in parallel and have the auxiliary working at sufficient capacity for the folks over at Nexus Labs. And I think that's all I've got for now. Alan Rhodes signing off.
It was a fun little stutter. I guess it's not really a stutter. I don't know what you call that.
Rhodes, November 15th, 2145. The situation here in Sector 1 is bad. Shortly after getting the auxiliary grid synced with the main array, we experienced a huge power surge. And the The output readings are nominal, which leads me to conclude that it's not the auxiliary core. It sounds like a problem with the main array. Regardless, I started hearing screams and gunfire over one of the channels just before our communications went down. Well, we have been trying desperately to get in touch with Myers over in Exus to see what he knows. Several of my technicians have not reported back yet, and my senior technician described a bloodbath near a coolant transfer zone. Following that transmission, his radio went dead, and I've not heard from him since. A few of my other technicians reported seeing strange creatures appearing out of thin air, and none of them have reported back yet. The rest of my team and myself, we just barricaded ourselves into a control room here in Sector 1, and we will continue trying to get communications working, but I don't know how much longer we can stay here. I'll update soon. That's Chief Rhodes signing off.
Love it. The guy behind me. That was pretty cool. Jesus. I see that. My fort. You okay? Like he threw up his own spine.
Chris Vargas, November 5th, 2145. Our initial testing on the primary alignment module indicated excessive stress fracturing. I immediately ordered the team to discontinue the tests, and they've been working around the clock to repair the damaged module. Testing will resume once the unit's back online, and I'm pretty confident we'll be ready for next week's load tests for Chief Rhodes. I have also been asked to help Rhodes with the number crunching going on with the transfer data, which I hope to be finished with soon, provided interruptions are at a minimum. Interruptions, like the one earlier this week when Dave Voss, our security officer, insisted I change the code yet again for the cabinet displaying the shotgun my brother sent to me. It's not like I actually used the damn thing. I don't know, maybe the guy is just anal about code regulations. Personally, I heard he failed the Marine entrance exams and presents being relegated to security officer. I sent an email out to the guy with the new code. Vargas, signing off.
You sent an email. Okay, so I guess I have to get that code somebody else. Is it 451? No. 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 Not a true game. Not a true game for real gamers. It is, though. It is. Doom is by default. Wait a second. What's the guy's name? Chris Vargas. There's only one other PDA I picked up. There's no Vargas email. Okay. John Cena won a record-breaking 17th World Championship last night. Fantastic. What did he do? Or was there any, like, twist at that point? Did he do something extra villainous after winning?
Thank you. I couldn't have done it without my fans.
Huh. YouTuber Civvy11 posted a review of Master Levels of Doom today, reminding me a lot of your playthrough. Happy Demon Hunt Day. Well, thank you, Strum. Thank you for the super chat. How's the review? I feel like there's a lot of interesting things to say about Master Levels of Doom 2. Challenging product to review as well, given the given that it's like a compilation of maps from a lot of different makers, so you can't, like, it'd be difficult to judge it as a creative work, because there's not really a whole behind it. Unlike me, you better believe I got a hole behind me. Anyway, we got the code now. That sound. Tim Willits is a villain. Why do we hate Tim Willits? What has Tim Willits done? Tim Willits did a heel turn? I'm Tim Willits and I'm here to ruin video games. Yeah. You thought it was competently done, but definitely mean at times, especially the last few levels? Yeah. Yeah, I get that. I don't know that it was necessarily cruel. There was definitely some tricks. And tricks like pranks can always ride a very fine line of being like fun for everybody or like malicious. I think there's some things in the Doom maps, especially in the master levels, where it's like, okay, that's just gonna get everyone the first time. And I think to some degree, when you get into like higher level Doom maps, I think they assume that either if you're playing the map for the first time, you're gonna be quick saving a ton, and they almost design around that. And that's what the gotchas are all about, is just like surprising you, but also, yeah, definitely leaning on the fact that you save a lot. But also, if it's for like challenge, then part of the map design is memorizing all those little mean gotchas. And then there's another level of like mastery that you feel theoretically after that. Although I've never quite liked design like that myself. I've never quite liked I feel like Sonic as a platformer is kind of like that. It's designed to reward, like, you can only achieve flow on certain levels, and only then if you've like memorized the layout. There you are. God, we were like doing Ring Around the Rosie. So it like there is like an evolution to the experience, but it's one where, like, unlike Mario, it makes its flow state pretty visible. Whoa! Shit and fuck. Switch the gun! God, slow ass gun. I didn't think I had the super shotgun out. My 2 armor back. Whatever. What was that? Ah! Look at that. I can just soak a skull bunkin. Okay, I guess we're turning this off now. Nice. God. It's like I'm playing Punch-Out now.
Please insert SSD drive.
Oh, they gave me the grabber?
Drive accepted. Stand by.
Get the grabber and the cube.
Excellent work, Marine. I'm getting a link to the SSD drive. The computer's showing that the auxiliary power unit isn't coming online.
Oh.
It looks like you'll need to prime the flow systems. If you haven't already found one,
These flow systems are tricky.
nice plasma levitator nearby.
Uh-huh.
Some of the techs call it a grabber gun. Don't worry, this is a common problem with these systems. You should be able to extract plasma from a working conduit and force it into the...
Wow, that's so Portal.
Should be sufficient to...
Or that's so Half-Life 2, really. Oh my gosh. Really? They're gonna make me grab a glorb and put it into another glorb? Wow. Whoa, that looks cool.
Head to the terminal in the lower level. Hurry, we don't have a lot of time.
Man. Totally forgot about like all the combine stuff you do in Half-Life 2 where you're grabbing orbs and putting them into orb receptacles. Yeah, I played Prey. I played both Preys. I played all Preys. Although, actually, was there an iPhone Prey game? Can't remember. Yep, we're just orbing and glorbing. Stuff's cheering, I think. Oh, Doom 3's other song. Oh, we got this guy. Shit. Archvile, he's dead. I shot him with the shotgun. Initiate.
Excellent, that's it. Now, I need you here at the SS Labs. From where you are, head through Mars City sublevel. It's the fastest way.
Sure.
Quickly. I'll explain more when you get here.
Hello, Hilly68. You got a demo on your original Xbox when you were a kid? Wish you kept all your old discs? Me too, because then I could convert them into YouTube views. Actually, these days, pretty much all the demo discs have been backed up and you can, like, grab them and play them digitally. That's not fun. We need a totem of the past. Sub-level access. All right. Secret behind me. Behind me. Down there? Oh, I found it. Oh, you just meant in there. Okay. Yeah, that's the other small bit about YouTube chat, even though this question was asked a long time ago, is that chat delay is noticeably longer on YouTube. It's one of the side effects of streaming in 4K. YouTube needs a little extra time to process all them pixels. Consensus worst Doom game.
Security lockdown is in effect.
Huh. I guess Doom 3 is probably the blackest sheep. Partial pun there on the blackest. Had the reputation of being far too dark for the longest time. But I think that's just because gamers have wiener eyes. Maybe if they had tough gamer eyes, it wouldn't be a problem. Yeah, the iPhone one. Haven't played that one yet. But I guess we'll see soon enough. Doom TNT and Plutonia might be worse Doom. Yeah. I hesitate to call them bad. Because they were, like, there was design principle there. They were trying to create an experience. And I think their audience was more targeted. For the average player, for sure. Those would be the most unpleasant experiences now. But I can definitely see how the situation would be very different. Like 1 or 2 years after Doom, and maybe like either you don't have an internet connection or you're just really voracious for more Doom content. I think that would satisfy. I think the one thing you can hold against it is there are some design principles that have just kind of gotten better over time. I think there's more elegant ways, even back then, of cueing the player as to what they need to do next. And I do think that like the obtuse nature of the maps, and especially the progression mechanics of some of the maps, was kind of the point. It was a different methodology, I think, of just worrying more about making things that might last or provide an ongoing challenge versus something that's fun for a more limited amount of time. Blom blom. Health always Blonglin and Schlorplin. Weird sound. I really need to backtrack? What's up? I heard you making some sounds over there. Ears. Oh! Is this a reality show update happening? Okay, Steph's got a reality show update. Da 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 da.
Okay, we're still we're winding our way through into another season of Below Deck Australia, Down Under. This time though, the boat is around Africa, so they're in the Indian Ocean, and it's a bigger boat, which also means that there's a sous chef who's a real son of a bitch. Boy is he is so full of himself. The moment that he feels like he's like, I already want to leave this boat. Like, I don't think I could handle this. And you want to be like, bro, Tato, like, how could you be in a service industry if you can't deal with one person who, like, the only thing is the chef just like asked him like, hey, you have to clean, like, you got to do this stuff. And she's like, shit, I was a sous chef for 5 years. I had to go through this. You gotta put in the work. But this dude does not. He's a real, I would spit on him. I don't know. He's annoying. Anyway, what I was making a lot of noise at in the other room is that one of the deckhands was trying to get a jet ski loaded onto the super yacht. By the way, this super yacht also has 2 fucking balconies. Yeah, that like pull out from the boat. But his finger got hooked on one of the things and it legit ripped his thumbnail off. And I was like, ah! It was fucking terrifying looking and horrid. And the doctor had to be like, yeah, you don't have a thumbnail anymore, but you could get a staph infection because of the ocean. And you're just like, Jesus fucking Christ, oh my God. They're like, just keep an eye on it. And if you start to see it change color or pus or anything, like, let us know. Or you can't move it, you might need an x-ray. And I'm like, Oh my god, that's awful. Why? Why did they do this? But also, the guests that are on this current cruise are is it Idahoans? What do we? It's a dude from Idaho who's an influencer, life coach, entrepreneur. We love ourselves a triple threat. You know what I'm saying? And he said without any irony right now that he was like, I've got to stop eating. You know, a wolf, when it gets hurt in the wild, it stops eating. So that's what I do. If I feel like I don't feel well, I stop eating until I feel well. And everybody's like, oh, yeah. Yeah. I would look at this man and be like, he has 119,000 followers on Instagram, which I feel like, which I was like, he has nothing. I was like, Lawrence, don't you have that? You're like, or you're a little under that, right? But still. But like, where's our yacht? That motherfucker's on a yacht. And he's talking about wolves in the wild. He's just, I stop eating until I feel good. Like, wow, what a bit of wisdom. And he keeps talking about, he's like they had canapes on the beach, and he's like, this feels like a rare experience. That's all that I'm about, is rare experiences. And I'm like, God, someone punched this dude in the dick. I don't, how tiring. He also was like telling his friends to take photos of him on the like we got to get this Insta story ready. But they were taking like SLR photos to then upload to because they're gonna Photoshop them. So this is the thing. Like boy. We'll see how things go. I'll let you know if hopefully this stupid sous chef gets fired, because he's a real dick smoke, and you know what? We don't like dick smokes. We don't like it. And I also don't know if Deckhand's gonna stay on the boat. Missing a thumbnail. It was really gnarly. It was really gnarly. Okay, I'm giving this back now.
Thank you, Steph, for the update. Yes, what will happen to that dude's thumbnail? I don't know. Well, the thumbnail's gone. Pretty sure that's gone. What Facetune is for? Yeah, pretty soon though, like it'll just be one person in like a cyber den running like 100 AI multimedia influencer accounts. I do wonder when you can like when influencers don't have to be people anymore. Will it expose anything interesting about the human experience? Or will people just all love the most bland, prettiest, most boring person? You know? I think the thing that somewhat excites me is that like when you're able to connect basically like automated systems to a content farm like TikTok, where people are just constantly like yes-knowing videos with their behavior. And theoretically, you can like, oh gosh. You can natural selection your way to like the perfect video or the perfect influencer. Right now, we're just letting biology do that. We're sourcing the human race for the perfect human being to make online content. And turns out it's Mr. Beast. But like, what image of a human will be landed on for the most liked fake influencer? Many of them are not human. Lots of AI generated stuff on Insta. Oh yeah, OnlyFans, Facebook. Yeah, for sure. I didn't know it was already getting there. Oh man. Oh. Yeah, the perfect shameless influencer. We've already seen what like... Are you gonna let me through? Maybe I gotta boop the door. Nope. Oh, there you go. You do it. wonder though, when like, so there's this gentleman that she's talking about. I can only assume that he's not a bad looking guy. Whoops. But when hotness can be like summoned, will human hotness matter anymore? On the internet, at least? In person, of course, people will always just treat other people that look good better. So just generally looking good and being fit will always be a buff in life. It'll be a social buff. People will always be nicer to you and do things for you. But I feel like that won't get you as much on the internet like it does now. Maybe it still will. I don't know. Whoops. Meta created a ton of fake AI profiles. When people called them out, they did a, oh yeah, we did that. Oh, what a, didn't they say it was like an accident or something? But really, they were just testing sentiment. Damn, that looks cool. Not that many ugly influencers, I'll tell you that. You know, there's some folks that you would definitely not consider conventionally attractive, but they have like a very outgoing or outstanding personality. I mean, that's what's really fun about VTubing, is that it's one way to decouple somebody's physical looks from the quality of their personality. Yeah, when AI can just dream up hot people all day, and all those hot people are then like given generative. Oh, we got a part 2? We got a part 2. All right, hold on.
Just really very quick. The wolf man, the man who says that he doesn't eat, he was like, yeah, I got a fast, bro. As they all sat down to breakfast, and then he looked at the breakfast and was like, oh, that looks really good. But then he told the server, remember, he's gonna fast. I need you to make me a triple shot oak latte. Make sure it's under 20 calories. Because he's got to fast, bro. He's got to be a wolf. He's got to be a wolf. He's got to be on a chartered yacht, not eating the specialty made chef cuisine, because he's got to be a wolf. He's got to be charged. He's got to be fully ready. He's got to be ready to pounce right off that boat into the water and just start fighting some sort of manta ray until he just makes it his bitch, I guess. Also, all under 20 calories. 20 calories. Triple shot oat latte. Make sure it's only 20 calories.
Nice. So that means exactly 20 calories of milk then. Which is not a latte. That's a ristretto, if you're being generous. Jesus Christ. Oh yeah, rocket launcher. Boom glorp. Did I have that? I feel like I probably shouldn't have this PDA yet. Unless it's the same one as before, but I doubt that too. Blum glorp. Try it. Womp womp. Yeah. Wolves are always knocking down those triple lattes. Shit. Caffeine is a delightful appetite suppressant, though. Oh my gosh. Yeah, that wasn't gonna work. Be a little more aggressive with the murders, I guess. Did a little dodge thing. Fuck. Stuck. I can't run anymore. God, I hate those fucking rockets. Okay. You looking forward to our eventual Gattaca Society? I think we're gonna get there? We're gonna be all crispered up? I don't know. It doesn't seem like, well, I guess I could see. I think the first wave of that is probably gonna be like, people that rely on AI tools to work, right? The first, like, technology wave that you can't afford to not take advantage of, because you'll just be at a competitive disadvantage. I don't know if we'll live to see, like, people needing to biohack themselves into superhumans just to compete. My kids will introduce me to their AI boyfriends. Now that might happen. That seems much more around the corner. Ooh, spooky. No, it's gonna get even spookier when I take the power cell out. So good. Oh, you're playing Doom 3 and you almost have Cube? Enjoy Cube. Treasure it. Treat it well. Respect and admire Cube. Get this man a cube. Oh, Steph has an excellent update. Yeah.
All right, I'm back. Remember that sous chef I told you about? Dick Smoke sous chef? Well, he had been like texting other people because he was like, I don't think I could handle this, man. Like, she's always making me do work. And yeah, the chef is always telling me to clean things and always telling me to do things. And she only even let him cook some food for the guests because he was bitching that he wanted to do it. And then he started bitching, well, can't you help me with like provisions and stuff, because you know I'm cooking for the guests and I'm doing. And she's like, cooking for the guests is optional, my dude. Like, why don't you just take a break then? And he's like, oh, well, now that seems like really, you're just putting me down by telling me to take a break. Yeah, this is what he was. So he went and he started texting. This is charter number 2. He's texting saying, this job's not going to work out. I need another job. Like texting some other friend. So that person got him a job. And he's like, all right, well, I guess I'll finish this charter and like another one, and then I'll leave and go. So after he got that text, he's in the kitchen with the chef, working under her, and she's like, yeah, how about we do this for dinner? And he's just like, yeah, okay, whatever. Like, whatever you want to do. And he's like, oh, by the way, I've accepted another job, so I'm going to be leaving, but, you know, I'll help you this charter and, like, one more, and then I'm out of here. And the chef's like, have you even talked to the captain about this? And he's like, no. And so she's like, all right. So she went up and she's like, he sucks. You've heard him be shitty. Like, I'm just telling you, he's apparently accepted another job. So Captain Jason immediately walked into the galley and said, pack up your shit, you're out. He's like, if you can't, I don't need you to finish this charter. Like, you just need to go. He's like, not okay. He's like, do you really think that like mid-season, like not even mid-season, do you think that you can just start a job and then immediately leave and do that? So Captain Jason, not pleased with it. So it was very good to see that motherfucker get put onto the water taxi and get taken off of this boat. But I wanted to see if he said anything else, and I also decided to take a little visit to Reddit because I wanted to see what happened to this sous chef because he was a real dick. And somebody, and grain of salt, we don't know, this is Reddit, somebody was like, hey, I actually know the chef that he was texting with. And they said that fool got fired on his next job, and that apparently the chef in the yachty industry, especially when it comes to chefs, they talk to each other a lot. So if somebody is shitty on a charter, they will have a reputation that will not be positive, and they will not find work on boats. So I'm just really happy to think, and not only that, motherfucker had never worked in a restaurant. He was one of those, I'm just self-taught. And I always feel like, look, these kinds of charters, people should have worked on a restaurant before they got on that boat. Like, I really feel like that. Like, they understand, like, how service works, like, doing all, like, I have so much respect for all of the chefs, especially the ones that are like, oh, I've done this for so many years, I've done this, like, hey, I get it, good for you. But the ones that come on, they're like, I just do this because I like it. I think that I'm good at it. And you're like, okay, but you need to work in service. Like, you need to understand what service is supposed to be. So I'm really, really hoping that Reddit story is true and that motherfucker got fired and now has difficulty trying to find a job because he was a real shitbag. Like, he needs to be humbled. And even in one of the little moments with the chef and her little confessional thing, it was just kind of like, she's like, look, I was a full of myself sous chef many years ago. I had to be humbled under the chef that I worked. It took me 5 years to earn his respect of like, I have to do things the way that needs to be done in the kitchen and everything. So she's like, I'm just hoping that he gets there. Yeah, that motherfucker didn't. And it just warms the heart to think that he got fired. And you're like, you kind of deserved it. I think you need to get humbled. You need to get kicked. You need to get a little sand in your face to be reminded that, like, no, you got to work. Like, working is part of this. All right, I'm giving this back.
There we go. There's a meritocracy out there somewhere. It's just floating on the ocean. Hold on. Bill, I liked what you said. Captain Jason, he is the Wolverine of the below deck universe. Excellent. I mean, yeah, he's pretty classy so far. Soft-spoken but firm. Fair. Family man. Helps out around the ship. Commands respect.
God, you made it here. I didn't know if you could with all those things out there. Look, we don't have much time. These creatures are spreading throughout the base, and if we don't act quickly, all could be lost. I understand you have a lot of questions, but I can't answer them right now. All I can say is we need to get the teleporter in the next chamber working. But to do that, I need you to find a plasma inducer for the stabilizer bank. There's one in engineering. Now, if you head through the service tunnel, you can reach it. I'll unlock some doors. There. That will give you the necessary...
There.
Now, please, get the inducer and hurry back. We don't have a lot of time. Please hurry.
All right, well, despite all of the man's insistence that this is a very high stakes and immediate problem, I'm gonna have to do it tomorrow. It's getting late, folks. It's getting late. Unless this is like the end right here, or I'm like 10 minutes away. You have Cube. You've attained Cube. Good for you, Dirt Master. I knew you had it in you. But I'll be back tomorrow again with I'll update the chart. That's for sure. And we'll finish up the Lost mission, and then dive into Doom RPG. I kind of don't expect Doom RPG to be that long. It was a mobile game from like 2005. And yeah, I'm wrapping it up. Oh, we got another update though. Caged Money, thanks for gifting a sub to Dirtmaster. That's a good cube sub. But Steph's got a final update for us. Final update.
I feel like this episode is just giving me life. It's giving me so much this evening. So much. I ended the last season and it wasn't nearly as entertaining as this entrepreneur, wolf, whatever man. He's literally on some sort of Zoom call with like 30 people while he's on this yacht, while another man is filming him talking about how you've just got to push through. Like, that's how you become a hero. Like, that's how you just got to overcome the challenges. You know, the challenges are just hurdles. They're just hurdles that you got to jump over, and you just got to do it. And you got to lead through it. Well, that's an interesting question. I don't know why men have difficulty communicating. I mean, we're just animals. Like, he's just going off on this call on a yacht, literally while his friends are hanging out on a hot tub, like, in their swimwear. And I was like, maybe if the dude had a piece of bread, he'd be a little more chill, but instead of the like 3 lattes with oat milk, but make it 20 calories, like, just have the Avo toast, my man. Even get an egg. Buff dudes like eggs, right? They like the protein. He could have been like that one dude that was on the charter yacht that was like, I would like 5 scrambled eggs and 3, did he say, was it over medium or was it, yeah, I think like, yeah, that man ordered 8 eggs. 8 fucking, just for him. So he could be like that dude. That dude seemed like he had better spirits. Wasn't talking about the wolf inside of him. But anyway, it's amusing. I just thought I'd share.
He didn't talk about the wolf inside because he didn't have a wolf inside. Ah! His wolf was well fed and lame. Not gay at all. Inside of me are 2 big gay wolves. Yeah. One is gay, the other is gay. I am. Thanks for watching, folks. We'll be back tomorrow with more Doom content. And then Wednesday I should be able to put down some Doom streaming. But then I'm off. Then I'm off on a whirlwind adventure for the weekend. And then I'll be back next week. So I gotta get in the Doom in time while I can. We got a lot of Doom to play, as evidenced by this graphic. But we can do it, I think. I just have to be principled and focused. And we have to stay in starvation mode. Only 20 calories at a time until all the Dooms are done. Alright, thanks for watching, folks. Have a great rest of your night, morning, afternoon, whatever it is, and I'll see you all next time.
Telling me I'm on the edge, and I shouldn't be so near it. Those eyes know too much too soon. Watching me across the room, like you know my every move. Just before I make it. There's no one in the world like you, changing every minute. Something about your smile has a touch of magic in it. Not a single day goes by, I don't stop to wonder why. I'm so glad I'm captured by your free spirit.
Yeah, you bastard!
Say you're sorry.
After an accidental murder, Ronald, a lonely and unpopular